Hello folks, this is Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing here in Dallas, Texas. I want to talk about the best way to clean car leather. The inside of this truck, if you guys can see, there's a lot of soiling around these perforated areas here. A lot of grease and grime, oil that's here. If I come to the side of the side bolster, can you see the line of demarcation between, this is all grease and grime and soiling from kind of my client rubbing his fanny across this leather seat. Down here is kind of clean, right? But you can really see that line of demarcation. This has to be cleaned. I'm going to show you something. Let me put you guys down. I'm so sorry. Forgive me for being shaky. But I'm going to make a claim here in the moment of the best way to clean leather seats. Typically, you've seen me talk about using a steamer with an all-purpose cleaner can be very effective, but you got to set up the steamer. You got to wait for it to heat up. Sometimes you can just take an all-purpose cleaner, or even Lexol if that's what you like. You want to use something like that's pH neutral, kind of created for leather. If you like that, then fine. And you would use a little, this happens to be a color lock brush actually made for leather, especially leather that is coated in plastic. You can use a little brush and agitate. I want to talk about a simpler way to do this, a much more effective way to do this and get this done quickly. As a mobile detailer or any detailer, I don't want to be spending hours trying to clean these leather seats, and sometimes they can be problematic. This is probably moderate to kind of tipping into heavy soiling. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use two products. One of the products is going to be Wolfgang Uber Rinseless Wash. Down on the ground I have a bucket with 1 gallon of water with 1 ounce of the cleaner inside the bucket of distilled water, and I've got 1 rag soaking in it. Now what I want to do is I want to use an all-purpose cleaner here because there's a lot of grease, grime, and soiling on this seat, and a pH neutral cleaner or even a really nice rinseless wash isn't going to give me the desired effect that I'm looking for. So you're going to take your favorite all-purpose cleaner. Folks, I just have some spray nine. I had this in my garage. I just wanted to use it. It's a good cleaner and it will work in this demonstration, but pick whatever all-purpose cleaner that you like. What I like to do is kind of go ahead and saturate. Saturate's a little bit of an aggressive word, right? But I simply want to mist all over this seat and let this all-purpose cleaner or degreaser, however you want to look at it, begin to kind of emulsify and break down this grease and grime. At the moment, it's very hot. I have high humidity. I don't want this product to flash and dry on me, but I want the cleaner, the degreaser, to have a chance to begin to emulsify that stuff. What I'm going to do is take a microfiber towel that's been soaking in Wolfgang Uber Rinseless Wash, and I'm just going to go over this surface and clean the top of this seat so quick without having to use a brush, without having to break out a steamer. Just going to go in here and lightly go over all surfaces here. And what's nice about this method is that I can get into all these little nooks and crannies where a brush really won't help me, especially between the leather seat and the side console here. I got to be able to get something in there. I can't get the brush in there. I'm just going to go over this area here lightly, and then I'm going to show you what this has been able to do. And if I look at my rag here, I can definitely see I'm picking up some soiling and some grease and grime, and I can actually see the seat has transformed right in front of my eyes in such an incredible way that I'm not going to need to break out a brush. I've got the really nice degreaser sitting on the surface. It's had a chance to break down and emulsify all that grease and grime, and then let me go in here with a drying towel and simply mop up after myself. What's nice about using the rinseless wash on top of the, some might call it an aggressive cleaner, is that it's been able to kind of neutralize the cleaner. I don't have to worry about the cleaner drying up on me, flashing, leaving streaks on the leather. I'll bring you in here. I actually want to do the side here. I forgot the side, folks. Let me just spray a little bit of cleaner on the side area. I'll get my towel wet again with some Wolfgang Uber Rinseless Wash. Just wring it out so it's barely dripping. And then I'm going to go in here and just lightly mop up. It's so amazing, if you've got the right cleaners, how quickly leather can clean up, and you don't have to break out a special designated or dedicated brush, a steamer. You can get pretty far with this method. And in my opinion, this leather seat was moderately dirty and tipping its way to heavily soiled. Let me just show you how quickly I was able to resolve this issue. Here's the leather seat now. I've got a little bit of moisture from me dripping on it because it's absolutely 101 degrees outside right now. So let me remove that. Folks, I will critique my own work. Do I need to break out a brush right now and really try to get into this leather? I don't think so. Looks really nice, looks amazing, looks nice and clean. If I come down here on this side bolster, where you could see that line of demarcation, I'm gonna be critical with myself here. I can see a little bit here. I probably wanna spray my degreaser again and lightly go over it with the towel. But folks, to be able to clean a leather seat that was that dirty, that quickly, I think it's amazing. I think it's the way to go when it comes to cleaning leather seats. You don't necessarily have to be overly aggressive with a brush. You certainly don't need to use a steamer. Not everybody's going to have a steamer available. What a great way to clean leather. Just use your favorite rinseless wash in a 1 gallon bucket or 1 gallon worth of water. Put your favorite rinseless wash in it. Use the all-purpose cleaner that you like to begin to emulsify and break down the grease and grime. Let it soak and dwell for a little bit, and then go right over it with your rinseless wash and microfiber towel. What's great about these microfiber towels, this happens to be one from Sam's. I don't know, they're around 300 GSM, but the little short nap side has got plenty of bite to be able to get into all the nooks and crannies of the leather and absolutely make it gorgeous. Now look at this, look at the rear of the seat. I got to get that. Look at the difference between that seat there, the bottom, and that top side. I got to do all this. I'm going to be through this thing very quickly. Love you all. Hopefully that helps.